getting the first pick.
Oh, get three, Pyro, get three with the
Wade Kid putting on a clinic.
whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Ahoy, all mateys and landlubbers! Welcome to Overwatch Tranquility Season 7. We be setting sail tonight into Week 2 of Stage 2 with our Harmony Tier feature match, where the mech pilots and your Season 4 champions Modify face off against the pillagers of the Seven Seas, the Big Bang Buccaneers. My name be Captain Bowsy, and I'm joined here in the captain's quarters by my first mate, Val Nilo. And let me be first to say, Val, we got a real exciting match on deck here today.
I just want to point out that I didn't get to choose my role in this. I was forced into first mateship. I was gang pressed into this. So
I apologize.
But I am very, very excited. Both these teams, strong teams, but coming off of losses, looking to right the ship, so to speak. Hey.
It's gonna be a full night of pirate puns, ladies and gentlemen.
God, yeah, we are just awful people.
Yep,
we
are. But
it should be a fantastic match. It really, really should. We're gonna get as many puns in as we can. Trust me. I was gonna do a robot voice for Modify, but not gonna happen.
He doesn't have the voice filter for it.
I don't have the voice filter for it. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is going to be a very exciting match. Again, as you said, both of these teams coming off of losses. Last week, Big Bang Buccaneers ended up losing to Loki in a 2-1. Big Bang Buccaneers had to run with a very awkward lineup, however, because they didn't have their tank duo. Modify, however, last week lost to Sky Guardians in a 4-0 sweep. Sky Guardians obviously one of the probably the top teams right now in Indigo B, but both of these teams vying for any sort of possibility to get that playoff, to get one little shimmer of hope come the playoffs in 2 weeks from now. So we're going to see if we're able to get that bye spot, because only two teams from Indigo B will be able to get a extra life come the playoffs. One of these teams is going to try to be able to vie for that, as we are about to head into our first map of the series here, which is Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, Lijiang Tower, a really, really solid control point in the 3 points, the 3 maps. Very, very vastly different point metas. You know, on something like Control Center, you know, you've got the Symmetra, Junkrat, May, you know, composition. Here on, it looks like we're going to start on Gardens. A lot more dive potential, although you still can brawl, you still can Symmetric TP through the window if you want to. You know, you can dive, you can go at Pharmacy comp. You know, a lot of different things you can do. And then on Night Market, again, you may see the Symmetra, you may see Pharmacy, you may see Hard Brawl, so there's just a lot of different compositions that you can run, and I really, really like this map because it allows teams to kind of play to their strengths no matter what it is.
As a Zarya one trick, I used to always love Lijiang Tower just because it was the best map to play Zarya on, but now Zarya not really meta anymore. Doesn't mean I hate this map. It's still my probably favorite control map, as we're going to get started, as you said, on Lijiang Garden. Looks like you're going to be seeing Big Bang Buccaneers. Look like they're going to be coming out on this sort of 6-man shadow dive composition that we've been seeing a lot of the pros play. However, the side of Modify, they're running more of a brawl composition. I think they want to TP straight to the point, and looks like they're going to be doing exactly that.
Oh, no!
Oh, they bait it? Or did they not go for it?
I think they just botched it. He hit the rock instead, but Juicebox still gets the opening pick.
Yep, Juicebox able to get the pick on the Apathy, and Super Polar Bear able to get the pick onto the main tank of Jewish Missile. Now the Big Bang Buccaneers set to retreat here as Lexi without the mech. Modify being able to touch on this point and be able to take it here. Yeti and Bagel die in the aftermath, and that's going to be Modify winning the first fight and taking the first cap here on Legion Guard. And Lexi able to get away with her mech and her life, however. That's a big help here.
Yeah, Bean setting up that TP, though, getting it back to more of where they actually wanted it. Yeah, surprised they were able to take that fight, because usually with this Reinhardt composition, you want to take point quickly and then fight from the point, where they were able to match them in that kind of open area where usually this 6-man, dive composition would have the advantage.
Yeah, and we do see some changes coming out here from Big Bang Buccaneers. They switch over to the Pharmacy. No more Sombra, no more Lucio. So now they do have a lot more long range, but Juicebox with this McCree is able to do a lot. And Instante with the Amplification Matrix and the Fire Strike able to get 2. Gets a 3rd on the cleanup of Mr. Yeti. The Big Bang Buccaneers once again set retreating, and Instante shatters Bagel Friend. Oh, that's not what you like to see. But regardless, that's going to be Modify winning the fight, and Big Bang Buccaneers sent back to the drawing board.
Yeah, right back to the drawing board. Indeed, Yeti swapping over to that 76, going to give them a bit more range, a bit more poke. Try to get the shield down, stay away from that Symmetra beam that is so violent once she gets charged up to level 3. I really like the swap. I really like it. It's going to give them that little bit of extra poke, I think.
Yeah, with the Reaper, it's a lot harder to go against those long-range targets with Juicebox and Beans. So Mr. Yeti going to a long-range hero of himself, his signature Soldier 76. So we'll see if it's able to make any sort of impact as Buccaneers try to make a little bit of advance here. They starting to get point control here as Modify try to push forward. That's a big stun from Juicebox, however, onto Jewish Missile, but it's not enough to get the kill. And Juicebox takes his life for it. Sexy Lexi able to get the kill onto Juicebox as now Yeti ends up dying to Instante. It's now even here for Modify, and Instante almost charged off the map, and Beans dies in the hands of Apathy. Suddenly, Apathy's fire is starting to make an impact, and Modify might have lost this fight here. Big Bang Buccaneers finally looking like they'll be able to take their first cap of the match, but it's currently in 90%, 91% now. Dahlia now dies on the hands of Big Bang Buccaneers, but the fight is all done and dusted. Big Bang Buccaneers win their first fight of the match.
Yeah, Instante there tunnel vision a little bit onto Yeti, wanting to get the kill. Unfortunately, Yeti kind of in that backline. Like I said, he's playing that mid-range to long-range hero, leaving the front line, allowing Apathy to just rain down devastation with rocket after rocket, tearing apart Modify from within.
Speaking of devastation, Bean switching over to the devastating Reaper now off of the Symmetra. Might be a little bit of a problem here with Apathy and Mr. Yeti, but will be very helpful if Jewish Missile does not realize that the Winston is there. Here comes the barrage from Apathy, though. It's a huge eat coming out from Super Polar Bear to make sure nobody gets claimed by that, but already a lot of damage done, and the damage still keeps on going. That's a 2-man bomb coming out from Sexy Lexi, however, able to get 2, and now Big Bang Buccaneers, they had to use a lot of ults, but they do win this fight in the end, 41% and counting here.
Yeah. My philosophy, it's only over-ulting if you lose.
Yep. That's
but look at Apathy. Already used the barrage. Already back up to 60%. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, the composition. It's very interesting. The composition that Modifier running very well suit a Pharah. They're all grouped up together. All Apathy needs to do is just make sure that Instante's shield is broken, and he is able to rain Hellfire on the enemy team of Modify. Modify, once again, taking this White Room approach.
I don't think the ult tracking is going to have him with another barrage.
Oh no, but the ult tracking will see the Jewish Missile dies. Apathy, no gas left. The tank falls to his demise. That's not what you want to see. If Attack Visor comes out for Mr. Yeti, however, it's sort of a chance here to win here for Big Bang Buccaneers as Dahlia is able to get the kill on the Super Power before he remexes. Yeti gets the kill on the Juice Box, and now Big Bang Buccaneers trying to bring themselves back into this fight, but the kills are going in favor of Modify once again. Jewish Missile pulls out the Primal Rage, is able to keep it going, and Apathy's back on the Pharah. That's going to be a fight win once again here for Big Bang Buccaneers, but it was looking desperate there toward the end.
Yeah, that was very, very desperate. But Jewish Missile with the Primal Rage able to stall point long enough, able to get a kill, and then stall out for Apathy to come in, clean up everything else, and now they're going to have a barrage ready to go for this last fight. Let's see if Polar Bear can eat it again like they did last time.
88% here for Big Bang Buccaneers as Modify for the 3rd time in a row take this White Room approach. Apathy has the barrage though, so this could be devastating if he's able to pull it off the right time. And the lamp is already pulled out from Delirious Deb. Missile, however, dies to the hands of Super Polar Bear, so that's already a big pick. And Yeti dies to the hands of Instante. Apathy needs to pull out this barrage and do something with it now. Able to pull it out and not able to get a kill except on the Juice Box who tried to kill him with the Tactical Visor. A huge eat there from Lexi to make sure the Visor went to waste, but Apathy dies in the aftermath. The Blossom comes out here from Beans, and Mr. Yeti maybe back on the Doomfist, able to get the kill. It's still back and forth, both ways here between Buccaneers and Modify. Right now, it is looking like Modify, however, they do have the advantage. Super Polar Bear able to get 2 now with that Diva. Lexi able to get the remake as the beat comes out from Denial. Everyone trying to switch onto stall picks, and the Shatter comes out from Instante, able to get Lexi out of the mech. Lexi, however, able to get the bomb off and able to get the mech back again. Apathy ends up dying to the hands of Juicebox and the Soldier, and the remake from Super Polar Bear comes out as well. Juicebox starting to clean up the entire fight here with that Soldier 76, and with Jewish Missile stepping onto the point. It looks like it's going to be Modify winning this fight in the aftermath, unless this a Meteor Strike is big for Mr. Yeti.
Unfortunately, Yeti can't 1v6 that even on the Doomfist, in my opinion, busted hero. But, having 6 people shoot at you, you're not going to survive very long, in my opinion. It does not work out. But strong showing from both sides there. 99-99 on that point. That just goes to show what kind of match we're in for tonight, folks. We're going to be seeing a very close, just a slobber knocker slugfest barroom brawl kind of fight.
Absolutely, and the last time I cast Lijiang, it was as close as that on Lijiang Garden. I never got to see this map, however, or I think I did. Lijiang Night Market is now, we do see the teams coming out with actually mirror compositions, which is something we kind of didn't expect here, but we do see the Ryan Diva, Symmetra Doom, Bap, Lucio on both sides, despite the order for Modify being a little bit different, but we will be seeing the SimTP up to the window.
Yeah, Modify gets in way sooner than BBB, and that's gonna be a massive advantage for them. Yeah, we see Yeti just falling down really quickly, unfortunate.
Yep, Modify were just able to fly a little bit faster into the point compared to Apathy and the Big Bang Buccaneers. Modify will be able to get first point control here, as now they are starting to build up the ult advantage, and that is a huge kill. Instante gets the charge on the Bagel Friend after Jewish Missile gets the kill onto Denial, and it looks like Modify, they're going to be able to cap the point. Nobody's on the point, however, to take it, but they will eventually be capping this point and will be taking the tick percentage here for Modify.
Yeah. Wow. That goes to show you just how big of a role the Symmetra plays. Getting to point first is absolutely imperative on these comps.
Yeah, the Shatter came out from Instante. I don't think it really got anything, but regardless, 3 picks already on the favor of Modify. The Maywall from Mr. Yeti there to just try and deny any sort of damage and any sort of late staggers coming out here from Big Bang Buccaneers, and Modify continue holding this point.
Yeah, wow. A lot of ults here, though, on the side of Modify. They're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 ults for this fight compared to the 3 on the side of BBB. And we see an early wall from Apathy, though. Matched by Juicebox.
Beads tried to go in for the dive, however, and was unable to get anything there from the Big Bang Buccaneers. They were able to respond effectively, and Jewish Missile gets off supports for the Fire Strike. That's huge for the side of Big Bang Buccaneers. Missile sacrifices life in the hands of Super Polar Bear, but Apathy fully charged on the Symmetra, able to beam down everything in his sight. And the Big Bang Buccaneers are going to be able to take the point once again, unless this bomb from Super Polar Bear is able to get enough. No, it does not. It only gets the Immortality Field as Jewish Missile running back to the point. So are the supports for the side of Modify. They're trying to stall this out as much as possible as the beat comes out from Bagel Friend. Apathy still reigning supreme here on the Symmetra. Being able to beam down everything possible, and his turret is able to get Delirious Dev. Once again, Modify, little to no supports here on the field, and Big Bang Buccaneers finally going to flip the point. 77% here for Modify, maybe 78, yep, 78, as Big Bang Buccaneers take the point.
That just goes to show the power. If you keep your Symmetra alive, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, people playing, comp, keep your Symmetra alive, let her reach level 3, and she will just beam through everything that the enemy team has to offer. There's not a hero alive that's just going to be withstand a pocketed level 3 Symmetra, in my opinion.
ADC Modify, they're taking the wide approach, trying to get back to the point. You do see Juicebox trying to get that beam back up to level 3, so he's able to try and do it. And here comes the TP coming in from Juicebox. It looks like he's getting destroyed immediately, but it's diverted the attention. But Jewish Missile gets the Shatter, and it gets rid of Delirious Dev. Mr. Yeti, however, dies in the aftermath to Beans, but guess who's still alive? Apathy, and he has a level 3 beam, trying to beam down everybody on the side of Modify. Jewish Missile is able to get the kill onto Beans, and the Shatter comes out from Jewish Missile again. That's the second one this fight. And just like that, the Big Bang Buccaneers have won the fight again, 48% and ticking.
All wins going through Apathy right now. I don't know if you saw how fast Instante got deleted. Yeah, Bagel Friend may have gotten the kill, but Apathy did about 90 to 95% of the damage there. Absolutely incredible. just the absolute power that this level 3 beam has is just it's just not fair. It's really not.
Yeah, it isn't. And Modify need to come up with a different approach here in order to get this Symmetra to work. Because if they're not able to get that level 3 beam, then nobody really is. It looks like they're going to be going for the TP strat again. Is it going to be the bait? No. Yes, it is. It's going to be the bait as Super Polar Bear's bomb comes in. It gets 2.
Right on the wall.
He's finally dealt with as Jewish Missile falls alongside him. Denial, however, died in the aftermath, but it might still be a winnable fight here for Modify. The Meteor Strike from Beans gets nothing, and Dahlia is able to get the final pick. It's still winnable here for the side of Big Bang Buccaneers. All of a sudden, there's their one support player of Delirious Dev as Mr. Yeti tries to pick him up, able to separate the tanks from him, but it's not enough. Polar Bear able to get the kill onto Mr. Yeti, but Jewish Missile, he's back in the fight. He has the hammer and he has the shatter online in case he needs it. The turrets there also from Apathy, able to shred everybody in their sights. At Big Bang Buccaneers, after losing that first map in a very close series, they're going to be able to take point number 2 and bring us to a 3rd point here on Lijiang Tower as soon as they clean up the remainder.
Yeah, like I said, just clean up now at this point. You know, this Symmetra turret setup, the ults that they have, there was no way that Modify was going to be able to keep that stagger going on for very long. It's just the turrets, the beam, it's just all too much. You just die too quickly. And that's what happens when you can get Symmetra set up on a point like that and you give her support. It's just it's a slaughter.
Yeah, it truly is a slaughter. It's literally the slaughterhouse. All the cows are coming into the ranch and they're just getting murdered as the time goes on. And now we're heading into the final map.
Can we see the spray here? Yeah, look at that. Apathy with the car wash spray. Ready? He knows what's up. He knows what his job is.
Yep, he has the car wash spray available as now we're going to be coming out of the Lijiang Control Center. Another Symmetra focus map. Both teams, again, running mirror compositions with the Symmetra junk. Probably the strongest junk map you could ever find, and hopefully it's able to generate some big pick. Yeti already kills Juicebox, and it's been 5 seconds. I was hyping up the Junkrat so much, and what do you know? It comes in just the right time. Modify now have to retreat because they have no DPS, and they're going down the hard way. They're falling 1 by 1 to every single member of the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers are finally going to be taking the first cap of a point this series.
Yeah, and now we see something similar. You know, even though it's not going to be on point, typically you'll see teams press up. Yep, and here we go. Big Bang Buccaneers pressing up to this doorway choke point. They're going to throw the turrets on there, forcing Modify to come up with another strategy because this doorway is now unlocked.
They do come up with another strategy. They're currently going on the right side. Apathy, however, has the teleporter set to the point, and all of the Big Bang Buccaneers take it. Now they're waiting for them in the White Room entrance. There is nowhere for Modify to go as Instante tries to find another way around. Yeah, the lamp has already been baited out here from Modify, and the Shatter almost coming out here from Jewish Missile. Sorry, I misread that, but the Immortality field used, and Mr. Yeti gets free with the tire. God Gamer Junkrat on the field as Modifier sent back packing. The Yeti, however, dies in the hand, but Polar Bear gets killed by the total mayhem. That is how you want to execute a kill right there. And Jewish Missile said in the chat, stagger. That was a true stagger indeed.
Oh my goodness. From beyond the grid, Yeti hitting the 4K. You absolutely love to see it.
You love to see it.
Now going in this next fight, Apathy having the wall, Dahlia, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I apologize.
Dahlia.
Having the window, you can combine them both. Therefore, you can't be shot, and now you're doing 50% more damage, and here it comes!
The Shatter comes out from Jewish Missile, somebody able to get Denial on the field, but Bagel Friend dies on the other side. Juicebox is finally woken up on this Junkrat. Jewish Missile able to get 2, however, and it's looking winnable here again for Big Bang Buccaneers. Lexi able to get the kill on the Juicebox. That Junkrat reigns no more, as now the Apathy fully charged on the beam, able to eliminate Delirious, and that's once again a lost fight here for Modify. 82% on the board for Big Bang Buccaneers, and this is looking very dire here for Modify.
It is looking extremely dire. You have the beat to sustain. You have the bomb for big damage. And Yeti coming up 30% to another tire. If they can survive this tire from Juicebox, they're in good position.
The lamp comes out, and Apathy ends up dying to the hands of the tire. Instante is able to get the charge kill on the Jewish Missile, and they're barely able to touch the point with Super Boiler Veil, losing his mech in the result. The Deadeye comes out from Beans, but Lexi able to eat it, and Yeti gets again with the rip tire. Will it be enough to be able to win the fight, however? Lexi is in the backline, D-Mac trying to get any sort of picks, and Dahlia and Mr. Yeti able to eliminate 2. Modify looking so close throughout this entire series, but it looks like it's going to be all for naught as the Big Bang Buccaneers take Lijiang Tower.
And the good news for Big Bang Buccaneers is it wasn't just one person carrying on all these maps. First map, you had Jewish Missile with that great Primal Rage, sustaining the map, even though they lost the point. Second point, pretty much all Apathy, on that symmetric, burning people down. And then on the third point, Yeti not getting less than a 2-man tire. The supports doing their damage. The excellent combination of the ults, with the wall and the window coming out at the same time. I like to call it the Little John combo, from the window to the wall. It works, baby. It just works.
It did indeed work here for Big Bang Buccaneers as they take the first map in the series. But we got to remember the last time they had a very close map affair. And what happened when the match happened? That's right. It was Loki. They won map number 1, drawed map number 2, and then lost the last 2 maps to lose the series against Ragnarok Loki last week. We could be seeing an exact replay of that.
My question about that, does that count as a reverse sweep if you throw the draw in there? Is that like a 4-map reverse sweep?
That's probably like those dustpan brooms? We can call that a reverse sweep with one of those. Not like a full broom reverse sweep. So it's a reverse sweep, but it's not like
a reverse Swiffer.
Kind of. We'll leave it as that. As now we're going to be heading into our second map. Modify's choice for their 2CP map is Temple of Anubis, which is different for me because I've never seen a team not pick not pick Hanamura. So this is going to be different.
Yes. I'm wondering if they have some sort of specific strategy. There's all sorts of different ways you can go. You can double bubble. You can Winston Diva dive. You can do some Symmetra funny business. Not going to name names, but we all know that there's a team out there that loves running Symmetra Bastion on this map. Not going to give away any specific team strat, but we've seen it. Just all sorts of shenanigans that you can run on this map. You can, even if you want to, go left room, go hard brawl. It can be a lot of different stuff. So I'm very, very excited to see what Modify, because Modify didn't even hesitate. They were like, hey, 2CP, we're going to Anubis.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see what the teams bring out here. And we just talked about Mr. Yeti's Junkrat. You really want to go to Anubis, where Junkrat can be very prevalent and make a huge impact? That is a risky business play,
This might be where Farah is from, but this is Junkrat's map, in my opinion.
Yeah, this might be where NM Farah is from, but Junkrat literally lives here. Maybe because he took all the treasure from the temple anyway.
I was going to say, this is where he retired. He pilfered the temple, and it was just like, this place is kind of nice.
Yeah, Overwatch lore, ladies and gentlemen, as we're seeing the teams comps coming out right now. Big Bang Buccaneers running on a Orisa Diva composition, but they do have Mr. Yeti on that Junkrat, so they obviously want to have a lot of damage, and they're insisting that Modify take that right room approach. Modify, however, they look like they're going to be running this sort of like dive composition with the Farah.
Let's see if Apathy makes the Helix jump. Good for him.
Yeah, he said spec for failed Helix jump, but he's able to make it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're gonna pocket Yeti on this Junkrat too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and Beans on the Widowmaker as well. That's going to mean that Apathy might have a little bit of trouble trying to get any sort of pick.
Yeah, Apathy.
Yeti, however, is noted in that room, and the trap, unfortunately, is broken out by Instante. But Instante instantly dies to the hands of Apathy with that Helix rocket. Definitely a hard beginning there. Oh, but Juicebox able to poop off Sexy Lexi. That might be big if they're able to get the D-Back. Unfortunately not. That's going to be Big Bang Buccaneers being able to stabilize for a little bit as Instante tries to come back to the fight.
Yeah, a huge early pick there. And that basically stops your main tank goes down. That stops the entire push here. But we see Denial building up that nano boost early, and that's kind of what this comp wants to do. They want to take poke, build up that nano boost, and then go in. So that's kind of the race. It's can we build nano boost before the defense builds any other ults? And right now, Denial winning that race quickly. And that's a massive pick.
Beans able to get the headshot kill onto Apathy to start off, but the res is there from Tato, being able to bring it back, but Beans gets it again! That's 2 for 2 right now for Beans, and Instante's able to get the kill on Sexy Lexi after she lost the mech, and now Modify making their way in here, as now Beans has high ground control up on here, but there's nobody to contest them. Now you do see that the Big Bang Buccaneers trying to hold it, but Mr. Yeti dying to Beans as well. Means this pretty much is all but done here for the side of Big Bang Buccaneers. Modify will be winning this fight and will be taking this point. The supports are trying to stall it out, but it's all for naught as Juicebox cleans them up with the Farah. That's going to be Modify taking that point number 1.
Yeah, Beans getting them early picks, and the big news for Modify, no alts were invested here. Whereas Jewish Missile did invest the oh no, sorry, they swapped over to the Monkey off of the Orisa. Oh my good Beans! These people have families.
Mr. Yeti wasn't even trying to go for the point, and Beans is able to get the headshot kill. This is just ridiculous coming out from Beans' Widowmaker as the sights are on
your elders. My goodness, Beans.
Literally, in Mr. Yeti's case. Anyway, regardless of that, now you do see Modify there trying to push into this. Juicebox does have the barrage, and it looks like he's going to use it immediately right onto Dahlia, and is able to get the barrage kill, but Apathy able to get the Helix Rocket kill onto Juicebox, as Apathy now has the tactical visor, trying to use it as fast as possible. Instante does have the Primal Rage, however, so this effectiveness might be leveraged out, as Yeti and Apathy both die to the hands of Super Polar Bear and Bees. Lexi able to use the bomb, however, trying to separate everybody from the point, but it's not going to be able to get anybody. Instante now sitting nice on this point.
Can Yeti get another big tire?
Yeti does have the tire, however. This could be big. Is it able to get anything big? The tire able to get the Mecha Super Polar Bear and be able to force the self-destruct, but that's pretty much it. That's probably the least value tire we've seen today, which is kind of saying a lot, but regardless, you do see Big Bang Buccaneers are trying to solve this out, and 2CP to its nature is able to help them into their advantage. Super Polar Bear able to get the kill on the Dahlia, but Potato is still well and alive right now as Mr. Yeti trying to do everything possible to eliminate Juicebox on the Pharah, but a Junkrat versus Pharah, that's a match made in hell, as now you do see that Modify trying to push forward, but Big Bang Buccaneers, they're still getting the picks. It's pretty much a stagger fest, and right now, Big Bang Buccaneers have won.
Yeah, Modify getting 2CP'd there, all of those kills, all of that point pressure, not a single tick given, no ticks given over by the Big Bang Buccaneers, and now we're going to see Yeti onto the Torb. Favorite of mine. I love Torb on this point. You know, you can off-angle with that turret. It's so hard to dive, you know, when you're just getting shot from that off, and now you got to focus the turrets. It's basically a 7th man.
Yeah, the turret is there because Beans to switch over to the Tracer, and now Mr. Yeti back onto the Soldier 76 instead, but this point still stands to deal with this Tracer of Beans now that he's no longer on that signature Widowmaker. As Juicebox able to get the direct kill onto Apathy after the recall. That was absolutely time-shattering. As now Modify, they look like they're going to try to push in a little bit here with that Tracer being down, but Apathy's already respawned, and Tracer is a very fast-moving hero, so it might be all for naught. The barrage goes out for Juicebox, and that's a hugie from Lexi, but not enough to save Mr. Yeti. Denial, however, dies in the backline, and now there's only one support here for the side of Modify. Sexy Lexi ends up losing the mech, but it might not be all for naught as Modify, they're still trying to push it here, and Big Bang Buccaneers trying to stop, and that's the first tick for Modify. They look like they'll be able to take it, and Apathy is going to be the cruel fate almost, able to contest the point there as after he gets slept, but ends up dying to the hands of Super Polar Bear, and right now it's all stall here for Big Bang Buccaneers. They need something big to happen in the next 5 seconds.
Yeah, something big here, but Polar Bear has the bomb to zone them off. So does Sexy Lexi. Let's see if she can get a big bomb here. Oh, everybody gets the area.
He cannot, however, and that means it's going to be easier here for Modify, and Modify, Super Polar Bear's bomb is able to get Apathy now. Mr. Yeti coming back out onto the Soldier, trying to do everything possible, almost to that top visor, so close to defeating Juicebox, but it's not enough. However, Modify, they're still losing people. Now they have no supports on the field, thanks to Potato, and Apathy's back on the Tracer. Will Apathy's Tracer be able to stall it out, however? It's very close, 79% so far taken, but nobody from Big Bang Buccaneers is there to contest it, and that's going to be Modify taking the point. 1 minute and 48 seconds in the time bank.
Yeti was literally just centimeters away from getting a touch there, and then would have been able to drop the healing pod, survive for a little bit, and they may have been able to 2CP it once again.
It was so close to being another 2CP moment, but it's going to be Modified taking the first point, or taking the second point here on Anubis with some time to spare. Now it's up to Big Bang Buccaneers to at least get over a minute in the time bank, or at least not go to overtime, so that they have a chance to attack as well. What do we see here from both teams?
From Modify here, I want to see. I honestly, their poke game didn't impress me on Lijiang, the little bit that they ran it. I would like to see some sort of modified dive here, but it looks like they are going to come out with the. I just don't understand this Orisa Diva. If you're going to run the Orisa, I would much rather just double shield it with the Sigma. But they're going to run this Diva, I guess, trying to provide peel for some sort of, for Beans on the high ground, probably. I do like the Juicebox Pharmacy, though. Was very, very powerful on the attack. Can be, as long as you play the angles right, can be very, very strong on the defense. But as I mentioned pre-match, there are certain teams that like to run this Symmetra Bastion strat.
Anyone who saw the preseason comms check knows one of the most infamous clips in Big Bang Buccaneers' comms check history. It was when Mr. Yeti tried to jump up the platforms here on Anubis, and it looks like they're going to be running the Symmetra Bastion strat on Anubis, teleporting up to the high ground where a diva of Super Polar Bear mates them, and Yeti has to back up away from that high ground. Now, Modify, they do have a little bit of control here as Apathy and the team wait for the teleporter to come back up. Do they teleport to the high ground? No, they're going to teleport straight to the pillar where Instante meets them, and Mr. Yeti trying to put down all the damage, unable to do a lot, but is still able to do enough, and is able to eliminate beads on the soldier. Super Polar Bear has lost his mech as well, and now Modify are in a little bit of a disadvantage as Mr. Yeti's Bastion still in the main room, able to try and do as much as possible. Now you do see that Modify trying to make a little bit of an advance here as they're trying to take the upper right corner. This makes it so that the only person who really can reach them is Juicebox on the Sphera as well as Super Polar Bear. And they're waiting there, right there for them on the perch. As now Mr. Yeti with the tank configuration doing everything possible, and Lexi's able to eliminate Denial on the Mercy. That's 2 picks, however, going in favor of Juicebox, but it's not enough to be able to stop them. Potato able to get the kill on the Mr. Yeti, and just like that, you're going to be seeing Big Bang Buccaneers take the win. The amplification matrix used from Dahlia, however, is able to clean up the fight, and just like that, Big Bang Buccaneers take point A. Mr. Yeti trying to clean up the rest of the fight here as they're going to be taking point A here, and no swaps coming out from either side. This Symmetra Bastion strat, my bad, I actually switched over to a Pharah Bastion strat, so Apathy now on the Pharah as Mr. Yeti still on that Bastion, waiting for that configuration tank to come up. Now Modify need to try and prepare for themselves. They need to try and make sure that they can get enough damage here in order to try to eliminate the enemy team. But Apathy able to get the kill onto his counterpart on Beans. The 3 second respawn comes in, however, and it looks like that Modify is going to be able to hold this. Lexi gets the bomb, but Juicebox gets a 3K barrage to end the fight entirely for the Big Bang Buccaneers. No ults used on the side of them, but regardless, that is going to be an easy fight win here for Modify as the Buccaneers are sent packing. So just like that, Modify once again hold the point. They do have a lot of ults to spare here. They have 5 ults in the bank, which means they could use a lot of them, and Lexi getting stalled out at the point. That's not good to see, especially if you're a Big Bang Buccaneers fan right now, as Modify trying to hold up. They're actually going to hold up really close. They want to get some late picks here, as Shooter's Missile is right on the edge, holding up the shield, waiting for Lexi to come back and for Modified to wait for Big Bang Buccaneers to be able to push in effectively with a full 6 squad. They do have the configuration tank, though. I'm actually curious to see where they want to bring Mr. Yeti here into it, as now Mr. Yeti trying to set up very effectively. We'll see what happens here and what the plan of attack is here for the Big Bang Buccaneers, considering that Modify have 5 of their 6 ults up. As you can tell, it's very lonely here without Vol Nilo in the chat. But regardless, Apathy able to get the kill onto Juicebox, as now Juicebox not able to get res. The res was canceled out from Denial, and now the bomb comes out as well from Super Polar Bear, unable to get anything except Mr. Yeti. It's a trade, but the Shatter comes out from Jewish Missiles, able to eliminate Bees, and the Barrage comes out trying to eliminate Denial, but Juicebox able to kill Apathy beforehand. But Big Bang Buccaneers, they're still winning the fight. All that's left is this Pharah of Juicebox, and he's able to eliminate Dahlia on the backline. Potato able to get the res out in the Apathy, however. That means they still have one support in the Mercy, and Lexi able to deal with Juicebox. Now the cap is coming in here for the Big Bang Buccaneers. Modify need to try and stall this out as fast as possible, but only one person there to touch, and it's Super Polar Bear on the Diva. Now the Soldier is back to Beans with the Tackle Visor, not able to get anything yet. Mr. Yeti is able to get killed until he really steps, and so far, it's been a one fight here for Big Bang Buccaneers. Both supports are dead on the side of Modify, and barely living on a limb. Jewish Missile not able to do anything, and Juicebox gets 2 with the Barrage. Suddenly, the Big Bang Buccaneers was so close to losing it, and Modify so close to taking it back, but Lexi and Potato able to bring it back, and Big Bang Buccaneers will cap with 2 minutes and 47 seconds in the time bank.
Initiating match.
So it's been a very close match thus far. A minute, less than a minute separate both of these teams. Exactly 59 seconds. Only one of these teams is going to be able to win this map, or none of them are going to win, and we're going to be seeing a draw. We're going to be seeing a draw here on Temple of Anubis, which would differentiate from the Toronto style that we're usually used to. It looks like we're going to be seeing both teams come out here on a Winston-style composition. Big Bang Buccaneers on the defense, they're going to be running the Winston Diva with a Pharah and a Soldier, along with that Anna Mercy. The same comp on the other side for Modify, except Beans is going to be running the Widowmaker. Obviously, this means that the Modify pick comp has a lot more chance for pick potential. They have a bigger chance to be able to take, you know, a kill and be able to get the fight in. But on the side of the Big Bang Buccaneers, they're just hoping to be able to sustain here for the 1 minute and 48 seconds that they have to hold for. It's now 5 seconds. It looks like Modify is going to be running out with this composition. We'll see if Beans is able to get any sort of big picks like he was able to on that last engage. The Pharmacy comes out immediately, and Big Bang Buccaneers now realize that they have an objective that they have to play against. Modify looking for an advance here in the choke. Right now, it wouldn't look like there's going to be anything major. Now the Widowmaker set up, but Apathy able to get the rocket right onto Beans and is able to eliminate him. Now Apathy able to get the kill on the Delirious Dev. That's 3 kills now in the favor of the Big Bang Buccaneers as Missile dies in the hands of Super Polar Bear. But it's not going to be enough here for Modify. That 1 kill versus 3 kills on the side of Big Bang Buccaneers, and the res comes out from Potato to get Jewish Missile back in the fight. And just like that, Big Bang Buccaneers have won the fight. As now Modify sent back to the drawing board. Super Polar Bear has to switch off because he got demaxed, and now he's back on the Diva with 0% ult charge. That can be big later on, as there's less than a minute here for Modify to try and take any sort of percentage they can on this first point. And Apathy tries to already get a double rocket kill on the Juice Box, but is unable to get the second rocket laid off. But he's able to get the kill into Denial before he's able to get to the point. Denial now dies, and now that's one support dead. Azalia, however, dies on the side of Big Bang Buccaneers, and now Beans in the backline with this Tracer, trying to wreak havoc, trying to bring it back here as Beans is able to get Jewish Missile. Yeti, however, is able to get the kill in the Juice Box, and Dahlia's res back up. Now there's both supports back up here for the side of Big Bang Buccaneers, but Apathy killed himself with his own rocket. It's off to Mr. Yeti and the rest of the Buccaneers to be able to bring this back from the brink of defeat. But Potato's dead, and Yeti's dead as well. All that's left is Lexi once again on this Diva. Lexi has been the star here and been able to bring it back, and Polar Bear, however, dies to Lexi. And just like that, the bomb there, 10 seconds remaining. Beats able to get the kill on the Dahlia, however, and it looks still winnable here for Modify. Jewish Missile is back in the fight, however. Lexi is trying to do as much damage to the bubble as possible, and Jewish Missile trying to build this Primal Rage so that he has a backup option, and he uses it immediately. Apathy's back, able to get the kill on the Juice Box. There's a 2-man Primal coming out from Jewish Missile, able to get Beans and Delirious Deb. All that's left here is Instante on the Winston, Super Polar Bear on the Diva, and Instante's having a very fun time there with Mr. Yeti, but Yeti ends up dying in the aftermath, and just like that, with the cleanups coming in, that's Big Bang Buccaneers gonna get a full hold here on Anubis.
Score 2-2. Switching.
As now a win condition has been set here for the Big Bang Buccaneers. In 2 minutes and 47 seconds, all they need is 33% of the point. We'll see if they're able to get it in what composition they decide to run on. It's now 10 seconds is before we see the compositions. It's going to be interesting to see if they run that Bash and Symmetra strat, because it did work that last time, but the element of surprise is now over. Do they continue running the strat, or do they decide to run something else? The answer is they don't know either. They have not chosen any of their heroes thus far. Only the tanks and the supports have, so the DPS are still in question. As looks like Modify, they're going to be coming out here with a Torb Hanzo composition, unless they decide to go last minute to change. But they are actually using, as Vol was saying earlier, the double shield composition, not using Orisa Diva no longer. They're going to be using the Orisa Sigma this time. As now, you do see Modify. They're ready to set up. Apathy and Mr. Yeti look like they're going to be running on the Echo Widowmaker right now, but that could very well change. Val, what are your thoughts about the Echo Widowmaker coming out here from Big Bang Buccaneers?
I don't think we've seen much Yeti Widowmaker this year, but if it's gonna work, I mean, let's see it work here. Although he takes a quick shot there, but it can provide nice cover for him. But Beans takes his head off.
Yeah, Beans able to get the advantage there in that fight, as now you do see Big Bang Buccaneers. They're able to get the res off, and the turret dies from Juice Boxes. Buccaneers trying to make their way in, and now it's Polar Bear getting the kill onto Mr. Yeti. Apathy looking to try and get a little bit of a flank here. Does nobody notice So now it looks like the Big Bang Buccaneers, they're set for their next fight as Jewish Missile ends up dying in the hands of Instante. And that's going to be Buccaneers going back to the drawing board here as Yeti switch over to the Junkrat.
I do like this double shield composition coming out of Modify here, though. Like I kind of mentioned it earlier. And it can be hard for even a Junkrat to break through 2 shields, the Sigma E, and by the time you get through that, everybody's scattered. You don't really have a good line of sight. It can be very, very tough to break through.
Yeti trying to break down the shield, and Jewish Missile goes in for the dive, but Dahlia already dead to the hands of Beans, able to get res up a Potato and Apathy. That flank strike, she's able to work. She's able to get denial, and it's a massive anti-nade coming out from Dahlia, able to eliminate everybody as Apathy, Yeti, Missile, and Lexi all contribute themselves to the objective, and just like that, the Big Bang Buccaneers take Anubis and go to match point.
Oh my goodness. Like we said, Big Bang Buccaneers, you love to see a team that it's not one person carrying. Everybody has had their moments so far, and that was an absolutely massive anti-nade coming out of Dahlia there.
Absolutely, the anti-nade huge coming out from Dahlia, and if it weren't for this res, that nade wouldn't have even happened. A huge play for Potato to be able to res up Dahlia in the middle of combat and get the anti-nade coming out. That is what true performance looked like, and right now, Big Bang Buccaneers are showing all of it.
Oh my goodness, the support duo right there, absolutely shining for the side of Big Bang Buccaneers. That was amazing. Like I said, a res in the middle of all of that chaos to get that res off, and then for that res to pay off with the anti-nade is just absolutely incredible. Like, usually you think, oh man, why are you resing the support? Res a DPS, let them get a kill. Res a tank, they're beefy, they'll hold the ground. No, my friend. Big Brain Potato says, I bring back the Ana.
Yep, absolutely. Potato brings back the Ana. Potato, the newest member here for Big Bang Buccaneers. I was going to mention that at the start of the cast, but he's been doing so far really good for this team, especially showing there on Anubis. But there still is a chance that Modify can win this. When we come back, we'll be seeing the map number 3. And if Modify can try to reverse sweep against the Big Bang Buccaneers, we'll see you at the end of the break. Welcome back to Overwatch Tranquility. We are in the midst of an amazing match here between the Big Bang Buccaneers and Modify. Currently, Big Bang Buccaneers are up 2-0 and at match point. As we come back from the halftime ahead to map 3, again, Modify's choice is Blizzard World. What are your thoughts on this, Vol?
First of all, is it not Blizzard World? If we're gonna keep that up. All right.
We had that in the intro. We're not doing it anymore.
I need that same energy. I need that energy 24/7. But I liked Modify at the end of Anubis there. I think they found a nice with that double shield composition. I think they found something that worked for them. Honestly, if not for that play of the game, Rez, that we saw from Potato, I think they hold that map and we see a draw on Anubis instead of a Big Bang Buccaneer win. And double shield works very, very well here on Blizzard, where you can set up on first point, second point very well. The third point's the only one where you might want to swap to something a little bit different. But if you play it well enough, the other team won't even get there.
Absolutely, as we start to head into the match. Blizzard World is a very fun match. Of course, this stage, we do not have King's Row in the map rotation, so do not ask us
Thank
questions.
goodness.
Do not ask us, where's King's Row? They should go to King's Row. King's Row is the best. All that sort of stuff. No. We don't have King's Row in this stage. We probably have it next stage, but not in this stage. You have to go with what you're given, and Blizzard World is one of the options, and it seems to be the popular pick here for most teams, so we'll see if it's able to make any sort of impact here, and if Modify is able to bring the comeback, as the comps are going to be revealed here, and okay, cool, we don't see a lot.
All right, but we do see what Big Bang Buccaneers are going to come out with, and it is going to be the Pharmacy Soldier again. That we saw kind of at the beginning of Anubis there. And honestly, I still like this. Jewish Mitchell, very, very strong on that Winston tonight. Apathy has just been building barrage like crazy. May not be getting value, but is forcing the Diva when Modify's had it to really hard mark Apathy there and not really be able to eat the spam coming out of Yeti or anybody else, not be able to eat the anti-nades coming from Potato. And that can have a really massive effect like we saw at the end of Anubis.
Yeah, the Pharah Soldier was what Big Bang Buccaneers used on their defense for Anubis, their second defense on Anubis. On the side of Modify, however, they're coming out with the Brawl composition. They believe that this is the way to go. They have the Cowboy May and the Rhine Diva coming out here, as they're going to be trying to take the high ground immediately so they can take it right to him. And Yeti already dies, however, to the side of Juicebox. The res comes in, however, from Bagel Friend, so it's still possible here for Big Bang Buccaneers to try and get a hold here, but the res is offline, so that could be treacherous, if not disastrous here for Buccaneers.
They're going to do a full wraparound here. Look for them to take the opposing high ground or either rush the point. Yep, they're going to take the high ground and try to box in, put the Big Bang Buccaneers into a kill zone here, and Lexi gets super separated.
Almost a separation there from Delirious Dev as Apathy dies to the hands of Beans, and Instante's able to get the kill on the Jewish Missile. Modify now looking stronger than ever here on Blizzard World, as they're going to take the first tick here on point A for Blizzard World. Yeti looking very rough and gets fanned and flashed to death by Beans, as Juicebox is able to get the finishing blow. And just like that, Modify get the first point with 5 minutes and 20 seconds in the time bank to finish Blizzard World.
Ooh. Big sleep dart from Potato there. From Potato there onto Instante. Otherwise, there may have been some stagger kills onto the support line.
Yep, definitely. Being able to stop the advance is what Big Bang Buccaneers want to do right now. Is Instante wants to go on the high ground with the rest of this Brawl composition, but he doesn't have a shield, and he's anti and dead. Mr. Yeti gets the final kill onto him, and Apathy able to clean up the kill on the Delirious Dev. Now Modify, they're immediately retreating after taking the cart, and Jewish Missile in a little bit of a tough situation might die here to the hands of Juicebox, but Juicebox also dies in the hands of Potato. But the res comes back out. Yep, the res back out onto Jewish Missile, and Big Bang Buccaneers have established a hold here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds and only 39 meters taken here from Modify.
Yeah, and now they're in a really strong position. This is essentially the King's Row arch here on that street space, but it looks like they're going to play back a little bit with this dive composition, wanting to suck in Modify into where they want them, and then they're going to collapse.
They're trying to push the cart. That's a stun of the barrage coming out.
Wow.
This unnamed Apathy doesn't get anything with that barrage. Missile dies to the hands of Super Polar Bear, and Lexi loses her mech to the hands of Denial. This push has gone entirely wrong here for Big Bang Buccaneers, and Modify are moving the cart now with 4 minutes on the clock, and little to no ults coming on the side of Big Bang Buccaneers, and guess what? Lexi also doesn't have her mech.
Speaking of ults, look at the ults on the side of Modify. They've got them all. They have their choice of how they want to win this fight.
It's definitely going to be disastrous here, but Mr. Yeti able to get the kill on the bees and the high noon with Youth. The Blizzard comes out from Juicebox, and Jewish Missile barely able to get that Primal Rage, but it'll be all for naught. He's just a burning, standing stone there. The bomb comes out from Lexi, however, and it looks winnable here. Instante charges the bomb and gets his own life taken away because of it, and just like that, the Big Bang Buccaneers have brought it back from a very awkward situation in the beginning, and Modifier sent packing back to spawn.
But Modify, to their credit, didn't really over-invest it. Yeah, they invested, 3 ultimates, but they still have 3 more ready to go. They didn't try to get caught up in the, we have 6 ults, we have to win this fight, just invest everything that, we're going to win no matter what. They pulled it back and said, hey, let's, we got another fight here. We should win this now that we've gotten a lot of outside of the side of BBB, and they're going to go for another wraparound here.
And they're able to get Jewish Missile in that wraparound thanks to the stun from Beans. Silver Polar Bear gets the bomb kill onto Bagel Friend. The barrage coming out from Apathy now and is able to get Delirious Dev there. And that's big. Only one support here for the side of Modify, and that is Denial on the Lucio, but it's not going to be enough. Almost. Big Bang Buccaneers almost didn't touch the card, but a huge jump from Jewish Missile able to do so. Yeti gets the kill on him. It's Dante, and they C9! A huge step off the card from Big Bang Buccaneers cost them point 2, and Modify now have 3 minutes and 40 seconds to try and make it to point C.
You hate to see it, you really, really do. Big Bang Buccaneers had that fight all wrapped up with just the communication of who was supposed to be on point. Just faltered for just a little bit. And that's all it needed for the side of Modify to just sneak on in there.
Now Modify, they need to try and push a little bit. They only have this Blizzard online. If they're able to get rid of Lexi or try to stop the defense matrix from eating it, this is a 1 fight in the books. And he's already going to use it. Juicebox uses it right in front of Lexi, but she's not able to eat it. And Lexi loses the mechs, but she's the only casualty thus far in this. Instante gets the charge kill.
Oh,
but Mr. Yeti, 2 with the tactical visor, looking for a third, unable to get it, but the damage is done as the Nano Barrage comes out from Apathy and Potato. And Big Bang Buccaneers might have overinvested, but they've won this fight, and it looks like they're going to be swapping because of that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the Nano is... I still like the Barrage, especially seeing as they got the D-Mech, and that's why when those, hey, get the D-Mech and I'm going to Barrage no matter, and they just, as soon as you see it, you just hit Q. But yeah, Potato swapping over now. That may have been the call, like, hey, we want Baptiste on this point, just throw Nano out. We're going to swap. So all things considered, good plays on the side of Big Bang Buccaneers there.
Yeah, they're going to be swapping here, probably to a Brawl comp as the time goes on. They're waiting for Jewish Missile and Bagel to use their ult. Bagel uses her ult very early, and Potato gets the kill on the Bees after the Deadeye was a fluke. The Primal comes out from Jewish Missile, trying to separate everybody on the side of Modify, and Modify left in the dust. They're all dying slowly, one by one, and it looks like it's going to be a 1 fight here, but it's not going to get the kill on Potato. Jewish Missile was to get the kill on the Super Polar Bear, but Potato also dies, and Instante is stuck in the backline. Nobody's there to help him, however, and it looks like he's going to be dying to the hands of Mr. Yeti on this May, unless he's able to twirl the shield around just enough. Not enough, however. Apathy able to get the kill onto Instante instead, and the card is still moving here for Modify, but it's pretty much a 3v6 situation coming out here, and Apathy double taps Beans into the spawn room, and the bomb from Super Polar Bear turns it around! 2 kills coming out from Super Polar Bear, and the Blizzard now from Juicebox, able to eliminate a lot. The bomb here from Lexi has to be huge, and it is! It's a 2-man bomb coming out from Lexi, able to eliminate both supports on the side of Modify. It's still winnable for the Big Bang Buccaneers, and they might have just won it off the side of that bomb. What an absolute messy engage, but the Buccaneers win the fight, and Modify only have 1 minute and 17 seconds to make point C a reality.
Lexi looking over the other side says, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. Gets the double kill right back. Holds the point for Big Bang Buccaneers, and we may be looking back at that as the moment that Big Bang Buccaneers won this entire match if they go on to win this, win Blizzard World here.
60 seconds remaining.
Now Modify, they're pushing into a horrible situation with 0 ults on the field, apart from that Deadeye coming out from Beans. And Beans is able to get the mech of Super of Lexi. That is huge, and it looks like he's trying to go for Apathy as well. Now everybody trying to track down Apathy on the McCree, but now Modify trying to touch the card and get any sort of progress as the Deadeye comes out from Beans, able to eliminate Lexi. The Blizzard comes out from Mr. Yeti, and it's perfectly placed, perfectly timed. It gets rid of Delirious Dev, and Denial dies in the aftermath. Only 30 seconds here for Modify. They need to restart quick, or they're not going to be getting a chance to cap point C.
Good job from Polar Bear getting out early there, realizing, oh snap, we've got another fight. This fight went super fast. Let me get out, and that way we can touch. But still ults on the side of Big Bang Buccaneers, but I think we're going to see more and better ults on the side of Modify. This is going to be their best opportunity to take point C here.
The Jedi comes out from Apathy first, trying to separate everybody. He's able to get denial! The Lucio from Modified down, but the Shatter comes out from Instante and gets 3. It's not enough to kill anybody because Potatoes, the Immortality Field, able to protect everybody. Beans dies to Apathy, and the charge comes out from Jewish Missile to eliminate Instante, thanks to Mr. Yeti. And just like that, Modifies pushes over. 2 points and 102 meters taken, but Big Bang Buccaneers get the hold.
Big hold from the Big Bang Buccaneers. They now have a static win condition. They know, hey, we get 103 meters, we win. We still have a map 4, but we get that mark in the win column, which is absolutely massive. And then we're just playing for map differential on map 4. And honestly, this could not be a bigger opportunity. Like I said, we have seen everybody step up now. Lexi, massive bomb. Like, absolutely retook that point for the Big Bang Buccaneers there. This is just... you love to see team play like this.
You absolutely do, as now it's going to be Modify on the defense. They're still deciding what they want for their second support, but it's going to be the Orisa Diva comp again. What we saw them running on Anubis the first time with the Bat Brig. So obviously a little bit close range, but also wanting to have this sort of Orisa comp to be able to try and separate the enemy team. It's winnable, but it's very hard against a Brawl comp that Big Bang Buccaneers are bringing out.
I don't see what the Diva gives them in this comp that you're not going to get and improve on with the Sigma. Especially if you're running a hard poke like this, you would want the Sigma, to be able to put that second shield out and then provide the poke, throw that rock.
Yeah, I think the main reason is because Diva's micro missiles can do so much damage to shields. Because Sigma's balls really don't do a lot to shields, and because of that, with Jewish Missile, we're coming out on this Reinhardt. You see how fast this shield is melting. 500 health already from 1,600, so the shield break is there. They just need to execute it.
Yeah, okay, they're going to fall back here. I would prefer that, okay, yeah, try to fall back to your own high ground. Delirious gets up there.
If it's Yeti walls them off, however. Nope. Almost. I thought for a second Yeti would wall them off, but now Lexi going aggressive, and Delirious Deb dies immediately into the hands of Lexi, and Jewish Missile there to assist. Just like that, already 2 picks going in the favor of the Buccaneers, and it looks like they're going to be trying to push forward here onto the point. Apathy able to get the kill in the juice box, and Instante frozen and murdered to death by Potato. And just like that, the Buccaneers have taken point A, unless Bees has anything to say about it. Nope, he does not. That is going to be the point taken for the Big Bang Buccaneers.
And it looked like there was some confusion on where to rotate on the side of Modified there. Their supports and the tanks went to the high ground, but the DPS kind of fell back behind and beside the point and just didn't have any angles to shoot the Big Bang Buccaneers once they took that high ground.
Now we do see Modify. They're switching back onto a Brawl composition. The only hero that has not switched yet is Bean, still playing the Ashe. Oh, and Super Polar Bear already loses his mech to start off the fight. The fight hasn't even basically begun yet. You've already lost your mech. Instante gets charged to oblivion by Jewish Missile, and swinging the hammer, he's able to eliminate Juice Box as well. And just like that, with Bagel Friend eliminating Super Polar Bear, that's going to be Modify losing this fight again. And Big Bang Buccaneers are still pushing this cart cleanly.
Yeah, very, very cleanly. And again, look at the ult charge. That is, I feel like we just keep saying that fight after fight after fight, that just the ult economy on Big Bang Buccaneers is just always slightly ahead of Modify. And it's been like that all match long. And I feel like that's been the deciding factor of this entire match.
Out from Apathy, able to get Instante, but charged Rickon coming out from Instante, trying to eliminate Jewish Missile's charge was not enough, and now Juicebox dies to the hands of Sexy Lexi. Well, Yeti, however, does die to the hands of Bees, but it won't be
But they're
enough.
Just forcing card on him.
Yep, the bomb, however, comes out from Bees, able to stall out the card a little bit as the bomb comes out from Super Polar Bear, unable to get any sort of kills. And just like that, Modify once again lost this fight, and it looks like they're going to be going into the third point with absolutely nothing to fall back upon right now. This is looking disastrous for Modify.
Yeah, and Big Bang Buccaneers are going to have bomb, they're going to have Blizzard unless they have to invest in this fight. But no, we see the Blizzard invested by Modify instead!
They invest the Blizzard, but it looks like it might be able to work. Jewish Missile was frozen in that, and now it looks like Modifier trying to push forward, but they're not succeeding. Bagel gets the kill onto Beans, and though Instante is right there trying to get the shatter, it's a massive shatter coming out from Instante, but there's no follow-up because the Blizzard is there for Mr. Yeti. Big Bang Buccaneers and Modify had an entire hodgepodge of mess right there, and it looks like they're going to... Buccaneers will take point 2 with 4 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. Modify need to switch something up now or they're going to be losing the series.
Yeah, it does not look good for Modify right now. Over 4.5 minutes, cart's moving. That progress bar is just ticking away. And I don't know what they can do here.
They really can't do anything now as Beans has died to apathy.
Jewish is separated though. Oh
yeah, but there's a massive shatter coming out from Jewish Missile, able to eliminate everybody. The bomb comes in from Sexy Lexi trying to just confirm the kills, and Modifier sent back restarting. Denial tries to stall at the card a little bit, but it's not enough, and now Modify, they need to try to come up with something right now, or else this is it. This is it for Modify. They have to play for map diff.
They have no ult, and there's a window and a Deadeye coming out from Big Bang Buccaneers, and all they have is a beat to try to survive it with. I don't see how they win this.
The beat comes out from Denial, and the Deadeye comes out from Apathy, and he's able to eliminate Juice
big
Box on the
charge.
May. It's a huge play coming out from there, but Jewish Missile dies in the hands of Instante. It's still winnable here, but the Blizzard from Mr. Yeti, able to get everybody into it. Everybody frozen to the ground, and Big Bang Buccaneers take the third map and will win the series.
Wow. Just, wow. How much time is left when they capped? Over 3 minutes, I think, when they actually hit the third point. That was just a one-sided beatdown on Blizzard World here. My goodness, this is supposed to be a family-friendly port. And Big Bang Buccaneers said, we're like, no, we're pirates. We don't follow the rules. And they just took Modify to town. But now Modify's still a lot to play for. Map 4 coming up. And they need to win this to get their map differential back up because they've already lost 4-0 to Sky Gardens. If they go down 4-0 to Big Bang Buccaneers, I don't know if they're going to be able to get back up into that third or into that second place position to where they get that bye week. They're going to be fighting for third then at that point.
They're going to be fighting for third, and they might not be able to get third even, depending on how close Loki plays Sky Guardians tomorrow. So
yeah,
this is do or die here for Modify. If they don't get this fourth map, it's going to pretty much be book cover closed here for them in stage number 2. And again, you may be questioning, well, why are we playing the fourth map? It's called map differential. We play it because anything could happen if map differential is at stake. It may be stage 2 where wins matter a little bit more, but it's still
I can attest to it myself. My team got knocked down into Pool B because of a single map differential. 1 point.
Yeah,
kept us from Pool A.
There were several instances last in stage number 1 where teams did not get into better pools because of one single map or very close to one single map. So it's a very important factor, and we play all 4 maps in the regular season so that we are able to get all those. We do have a disconnect that came out on the side of Big Bang Buccaneers after the match because apparently that win was just so absolutely breathtaking. It was too much. It was too much. It was just too much for all of us, really. And you could tell by my voice, it was too much for my voice. So
yeah, Bowser's gonna need some chamomile and some honey after this. So
or just a healthy supplying of way too much water. We'll decide what it is later.
Yeah, way too much water, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Modify. Honestly, we're going into an escort map right now, and honestly, it looks like Rialto. Yeah. I would have loved to see the double shield composition. I would love to, because they looked good on it when they brought it out on Anubis. And honestly, I think it's much stronger than the Orisa Diva that they've been running. Obviously, that hasn't been working. It's time to swap something up, and I think it's the off tank position. Not that Polar Bear is playing poorly. I just don't think that compositionally speaking, I don't think it matches well against what Big Bang Buccaneers are bringing out right now.
Yeah, Modify need to try and find something. Rialto might be a good option. Apathy is really the only Widowmaker player, unless you count Mr. Yeti's Temple of Anubis play.
Do we?
We probably should. But regardless, Big Bang Buccaneers have that disadvantage of not having a Widowmaker player. And Widow is a huge carry on Rialto if you use it correctly. So if Modify might be able to pull out their trump card here and take a map, but I still think Big Bang Buccaneers have a chance to win this. We're going to be seeing the swaps coming in. Big Bang Buccaneers have been swapping out their support line all the time. We're going back to what we saw in map number 1, which is Bagel Friend and Dahlia on the support line. Potato sadly sitting out for this final match of the night. Very unfortunate, but
Potato did his work though.
What are you going to do? You were playing on flashbacks. You kind of deserve it.
Yeah. You deserve to get benched. You were on the number 1 team.
You were on the number 1 team, and you were starting on the number 1 team.
All right, but yeah, Bagel Friend, no slouch on the Mercy herself. You know, very solid play that we saw on Lijiang Tower there. And honestly, you can't ask for a better, DPS line right now to pocket if we're gonna see the Mercy again, because Apathy right now has just been killing it on the Pharah. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another Pharmacy comp come out. But it looks like Bagel Friend coming out on the Lucio right now. And, yep, Apathy going to swap over the Crease. So we're just going to see a bit of a... We're going to see a junk rush comp here. And if this stays on the side of Modify, I tell you what, Beans on that Widow on first point Anubis clicked a lot of heads.
Yeah.
And this might be the comeback. This might be the change that we need.
Yeah, Yeti, Junkrat. Junkrat isn't a great pick for this map, but it definitely can work in the right situations. Not if you put a trap by the door, Yeti. I'm sorry to say that, but it still could work if done correctly. If this works,
I'm going to be upsetty.
If this Widowmaker of Beans does if this Widowmaker of Beans has anything, it says that Modify are willing to have their DPS carry, and just like that, already 38%.
45!
46 for Beans. He has not missed a single shot, not headshots, but still able to get those body shots, and already Mr. Yeti dead in the hands of Instante, who switched over to the Wrecking Ball, as now it's going to look like Modify are going to be able to push this card over the bridge, but that's probably as far as they go, because Big Bang Buccaneers are still setting up right at this corner.
Beans making room with his Widow shots. Okay. Almost has ultimate, 10% away.
And Juicebox able to get the kill onto Lexi as well. She went a little bit too far for her fetchers, and now you do see that Big Bang Buccaneers. They are trying to hold back a little bit, trying to stabilize. Apathy trying to eliminate Juicebox there, but Box is able to get the kill onto Bagel Friend. That's already one of the big supports down, and your speed boost is also down. Instante once again dying to the hands of Mr. Yeti this time, and Juicebox able to get the kill onto his counterpart of Apathy. Mr. Yeti trying to get any sort of hack he can, but it's not going to be enough, as Modifier still winning this fight and still pushing this card. Delirious Death, however, dies to the hands of Jewish Missile, and Juicebox is hacked and dies to the hands of Lexi. And all of a sudden, Modify is gone.
Oh, but now
they're not pushing the cards. They've all disappeared. Oh, yeah, they're all swapping. That's probably why.
Apathy swapping over, gonna take the duel, but then Beans is instantly like, nah, homie, I'm out. And he's gonna swap over to the Tracer and look for Beans to just harass Apathy now in this backline, along with Instante.
Yeah, either that was the most clever bait coming out from Beans, or Beans did not want to deal with the former flex support of Flashback's Apathy on the Widowmaker. Regardless of which, Apathy dies in the hands of Instante, and Dahlia dies in the hands of Super Polar Bear. So this composition is working here for Modify. Missile's now stuck in the aftermath, and he's going to get caught out by Super Polar Bear. Oh no, he used the Shatter, you're right! Jewish Missile tried to do the Shatter, and he ends up getting canceled. And now there's no Shatter online here for Big Bang Buccaneers. Apathy switching over to the Tracer now, and it's a full course reset here, as Modify look like they're going to be able to take point number 1.
Yeah, we see a bit of banter going on between Beans and Apathy. Apathy's saying that he wanted to take the Widow duel. Beans with the response, my team won't let me. Of course, just blame it on the team. Blame it on the team.
Blame it on the team, of course. Alexia were able to get the big kill in the denial, but there's a 2K barrage coming out from Juicebox, getting both supports. Bear able to get the kill onto Mr. Yeti, and the bomb comes out this time from, I'm pretty sure that was Super Polar Bear. It was, but it's unable to get anything, but nothing is there to be gained as Big Bang Buccaneers are sent resetting, and the first point is going to go to Modify here. That's a questionable from Bagel Friend. She has to be switching.
I don't know. It looks like they're trying to hard fight this year. They do have EMP ready to go, but Yeti eats a mine. He's got to get in there somehow.
I don't think he's going to. I think they're going to be saving it as
Jewish Missile just jumped into all of the mines.
Yep, he jumped in the mines, tried to use the bubble, and the bubble just went bye-bye immediately. Got popped by a needle right as it was formed, and just like that, Modify take the first point. 3 minutes and 19 seconds here on the clock to try and get point B, and looks like Big Bang Buccaneers, they don't have an answer to this right now.
Yeah, honestly, I don't like the comp that we're seeing out of Big Bang Buccaneers. This hard dive comp here. You've been successful on kind of these modified rush comps all night long. Why swap it up now? I guess they're just trying to test here, knowing that they have the win. But I mean, you got to play for that map differential. You guys only won. You lost 2-1-1. If you get a 4-0 here, now you're back in the positives.
And Jewish Missile able to get the kill on the Beans early is huge. That means that they're not going to have their Tracer, and the res comes out from Delirious.
Oh!
It's a 3-man EMP coming out from Yeti, able to get Juicebox, Dev, and Polar Bear, and Juicebox dies in the hands of Lexi. Jewish Missile uses the Primal Rage, but ends up getting slipped immediately by Denial, who's on the bridge, sitting healthy, until Apathy takes a fist straight to his face and eliminates him off the face of the earth. And Modify is sadly going to be having to retreat here and go back to the drawing board as Big Bang Buccaneers finally get a stable hold that they're able to win it.
Yeah, Apathy out here just throwing hands is like, all right, fine, you're not going to Widow 1v1 me, fine, I'm just going to right in the face, just pops everybody right in the face there. And just is very close to another pulse bomb we see from both Tracers, but we did see an Eat come out from Super Polar Bear onto Apathy, so marking the enemy Tracer very, very well is Polar Bear.
The bomb comes out from Lexi trying to get an early pick, and it's going to get a big early pick onto Delirious. Denial dies as well, so that's no support for the side of Modify. Juicebox may have gotten the barrage kill on the Dahlia, but guess who's still alive? Bagel and Apathy cancels the barrage, I'm pretty sure, from Juicebox and is able to eliminate him. Beans gets the kill on the Jewish Missile as well, and just like that, Modify are sent back packing, but Beans gets the kill onto Apathy. It's still winnable here for the side of Modify.
Yeah, and with that kill, they're actually going to be able to push up a little bit. Without the Tracer to harass the backline, they don't have to worry too much, and they can get everybody across. But Yeti building, again, harassing the backline as the Somber and building up that EMP, and a big kill by Beans.
Yep, speaking of harassing the backline, Beans able to get the kill onto Bagel Friend. That means that only one support is there, but Dahlia dies to Juicebox, and that's both supports down. Denial dies in the hands of Apathy, and the bomb comes out from Super Polar Bear, unable to do anything. Looks like Modify is going to be able to win this fight, albeit with a lot of ults invested, but a fight win's a fight win, and they're getting close to capping point 2. And with that kill into Apathy, it looks like it's almost certain here that they're going to be taking point 2.
Yeah, Jewish Missile getting out. Let's see if Sexy Lexi can get out as well.
Probably not.
Oh,
it looks like she's going to miss some miss. Oh, no, a 5-man EMP coming out from Mr. Yeti, but Lexi already lost her mech, so the bomb won't be able to be a factor. And it looks like Modified, despite being caught with that EMP, they might be able to take point B here. Unless the Jewish Missile has anything to say about it, he's in the backline. He's just getting harassed over there by Instante on the Winston. And just like that, it looks like Modify, after they deal with the scraps of Bagel Friend and Jewish Missile, they're going to be taking the point. They're still able to get the kill in the Juice Box, however, it's still winnable. And Apathy comes back on the Tracer to eliminate Denial. It's still winnable here for Big Bang Buccaneers. They've suddenly come back and
look at the time.
The 5-second mark has passed right now, and Big Bang Buccaneers, they're winning the fight. They're bringing it back for the break of defeat. And now nobody from Modify there to touch the cart. Big Bang Buccaneers have held it right outside on point B. Modify need to put up a stellar defense or they're getting 4-0'd.
My goodness, I thought that they were going to cap point B there. Yeti comes in with an absolutely massive EMP. Just says, nah, we're holding it right here. Stands their ground right at the end of point B, and they come in. And honestly, I thought when Denial hit the Nano boost onto Insante, I was like, okay, Nano Winston, they're going to clear point. But then Jewish Missile comes in and stands the ground, holds it tight for Big Bang Buccaneers, and allows the rest of the reinforcements to come in, and they just get cleanup kill after cleanup kill and hold that point. And that was an extra long fight. That was like a 1.5 minute long fight. I didn't even realize that was the end of the round until there was about 6 or 7 seconds left.
Neither did I. I didn't even notice until you mentioned it. So really, Big Bang Buccaneers able to stall out that fight, wait for reinforcements to come back, and were able to win it in the aftermath. It was a messy fight and a messy engage, but they were still able to win it out. And now Modify, they have a task. They need to make sure that Big Bang Buccaneers does not get to 100.52 meters.
Are they going to try
or they're going
here?
4-0. They might go for the spawn hold. You see the Symmetra, Sigma, Reinhardt, May comp coming out here from Modify.
This is kind of the spawn hold special.
It is the spawn hold
Oh yeah, they're being
special.
sneaky beaky here.
Modify, Big Bang Buccaneers don't know about this. They don't know that they're going to be holding the spawn here. And now the teleporter is set up so they are able to evacuate as quickly as possible. As Apathy says, cue the pirate music, not knowing.
Yeti!
Yep, Yeti is on the Bastion. Guess who doesn't know about it? Modify. They are not expecting a Bastion right on top of them, as now they're hiding in that little corner. Instante able to get the kill on the Sexy Lex, however, and it looks like it's winnable here, but Yeti gets the kill on the Delirious Deb. That could be big. That could mean that Modify need to retreat out of this unless they're able to get late staggers here in the spawn or any sort of late staggers to try and get Delirious Deb back into the fight. Apathy switch over to Symmetra, and it looks like they're going to try, Big Bang Buccaneers are going to try this on their own. They say, okay, you play Symmetra on Rialto, we get you. We'll play it ourselves too, as Yeti's able to get the kill onto Instante as Super Polar Bear kills Jewish Missile. It is back and forth, but so far the kills have really gone in favor of Big Bang Buccaneers, because guess what? The spawn isn't there for Modify. They're the ones spawn holding. They're not in their spawn.
Yeah, and let's see, does Yeti stay on this? He is. He's gonna stay on the Bastion. He's 30% to ult. I kind of like, they're gonna do a, you know, it's not the typical double shield that Orisa Sigma, but it is a pirate ship nonetheless. Full sails ahead, baby.
Cue the Sea of Thieves OST, or the Pirates of Caribbean OST, as now Modify have to deal with the pirates in the sea of the state.
And Yeti just singing along.
Have to deal with the Pirates of Rialto, as Big Bang Buccaneers have set themselves up.
Oh, no!
Instante with the flank from behind is able to try and do everything possible, and the Shatter comes out, able to eliminate, able to get everybody on the ground, but Jewish Missile already got two. The charge gets Dahlia, but it's not enough, as it's still a lot of damage on the side of the Big Bang Buccaneers, and they're going to be cleaning this fight up quickly. Yeti able to get the final kill at Instante, and that's going to be a one fight for the Bucks.
A one fight for the Buccaneers, and I don't see a way with this Bastion firing across the bridge. I think you just set up for point B here. I do not like this call from Modify here.
The window comes out, and the flux also comes out from Super Polar Bear. They're willing to contest this as the lamp is used, but Delirious Dev is already dead, and Super Polar Bear goes into the drink, goes for a little swim, but doesn't realize that the water is indeed toxin. And just like that, the modifier set and resetting at Big Bang Buccaneers. They're continuing this pirate trajectory and are almost to finishing the map.
I do have a question about the water. Can nobody in Overwatch swim, or is
No.
just like...
It's just some sort of like toxic water that when you touch it, you die. So.
Oh, see, global warming. We gotta stop. We gotta start now. We gotta work on climate change now.
Please fix up global warming, or else the Big Bang Buccaneers won't be able to sail very well. As Modify, they're still trying to find an answer to this.
Oh, that blizzard could be massive.
The blizzard is indeed massive. It goes right onto the card, and Bees on his own Bastion is able to eliminate Mr. Yeti. The Bastion strat is countered by Bastion. Who would have thought, as Modify gets their first fight win of the defense, as now Big Bang Buccaneers are resetting, and I'm trying to think of a different solution. Juicebox falling off the map is May, however. Please tell me that's intentional.
Okay, oh my goodness. Oh, we're just going.
Oh god. Yep, they're going.
It is full turret. It is turret v turret v turret.
Yep, and now you see Jewish Missile able to get the kill on the Super Polar Bear, a little overextending there from the Sigma. Now Big Bang Buccaneers are trying to get a little bit of a different approach here. Apathy trying to go for a little bit of poke, trying to eliminate that Bastion of Beans early. Do we see him duplicate the Bastion here?
Two-man shatter.
He did! The shatter coming out from Jewish Missile, the Bastion!
The double Bastion!
On the field for the Big Bang Buccaneers! They want to be known as the Pirate Ship Comp. Well, they've got it double now, as Apathy gets one with the configuration tank, two with the configuration tank, almost three getting the kill on the Super Polar Bear. And just like that, Big Bang Buccaneers are in the driver's seat right now to finish this map, as Jewish Missile trying to get all the stagger kills. But it might not be enough for them to touch the cart. The cart approaching the final quarter here for Big Bang Buccaneers. Will there be a contest from Modify? Yes, there will, but it won't be enough. Devin Juicebox dead at the hands. Instante's Hog is the last remaining casualty. And hi-ho, set sail, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 4-0 for the Big Bang Buccaneers against Modify. They go on to win the match.
Apathy says you can't out-pirates the Pirates as they come out with a second Bastion. Absolutely gross. I am disappointed and proud of the Big Bang Buccaneers at the same time.
I am disgusted, but also extremely proud of you, son. I don't know how to explain that, but regardless, what an absolute hobberknocker of a match. I think this was probably the best match we could have been able to cast here together, Vol. And really just back and forth on all sides. But at the end of the day, Big Bang Buccaneers had a lot more talent, a lot more individual play.
A lot more Bastion.
A lot more passion, a lot more Bastion, and we're able to bring it home at the end of the day. But a good showing here from Modify it was, as online as NPC said earlier, it was a close 4-0.
Close 4-0. Close 4-0, yeah. Yeah, we see you, chat. We just don't respond to you because, well, you're chat.
Yeah, your chat. We shouldn't be responding to you.
We're better than you, but not really.
We're better than you. We know more than you. Don't come out here with your, C9 every point. Anyway, all of that out of the way. This was an amazing match to cast, but we have to choose a player of the match. I know it's got to be hard considering how much we've seen from everybody on the Big Bang Buccaneers, but who do you think is player of the match, Val?
It's very, very close. I mean, you could literally pick anybody on the side of BBB and make a solid argument. I'm going to give mine to Apathy. I think he did just enough to, on the Feller, the double Bastion strat was just absolutely perfect, and it just a little separated, but I mean, you could make a case for anybody.
You really could make a case for everybody. I probably am also going to give it to Apathy because he really defined DPS diff throughout this entire match. He was absolutely excellent on every hero that he played, apart from maybe the Tracer. He whiffed a few pulse bombs here and there, but who doesn't whiff pulse bombs in Harmony tier? It's not the easiest thing to stick a pulse bomb, but Apathy definitely gets my player of the match.
And he tried to give us the Widow Duel. He tried to give us the Widow Duel.
He tried to give us the Widow Duel. He tried to give us content. You can never disrespect a player who wants to give you content. So I got to give it to Apathy. He did an amazing job, and all the Big Bang Buccaneers did an amazing job. They get their first win of Stage 2 and their 4th win of the season. It's been an amazing match, but guess what? If you were anticipating more Overwatch Tranquility content, don't go anywhere, because right after this, we have Coach's Corner with your lovely Juggle God, who's going to be coaching, I'm pretty sure...
Best facial hair in Tranquility, let's be honest.
He's going to be coaching with the coach of, from what I remember, Luminous Foxes on a match that happened this week. So it's going to be a fun affair. And honestly, I would not miss that if I were you. Again, best facial hair in Tranquility. I know, I can speak for myself. But yeah, for everybody here in the casting booth, especially our observer today, Laggy Son, we ran into a lot of technical difficulties coming in today, but we were able to pull it off. We were able to make an amazing cast for you here today. For Val and everybody in the Overwatch Tranquility community, I've been Balzi, and we thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing night.